Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
From the dawn of time, men and women have had their roles established and stereotypes made clear. The men would go out and hunt or partake in physical labor outside of the house, while women would cook, clean, and take care of the children inside of the house. If we take a look back at history, men have always held the power in decision-making. Is this because they're smarter than women? Not even close. According to research, girls and boys are at the same level when it comes to intelligence. It is said that boys have a better grip on visual spatial ability, which is the ability to imagine and mentally manipulate 2- and 3-dimensional figures, while girls have a larger advantage in verbal skills and how they express their thought. However, the difference comes up by minute percentages, hardly recognizing a difference at all.
I believe you've just won your case.
Research has found that on average, boys are predisposed to be more active than girls, where girls are more predisposed to find sedentary activities such as crafting and reading more appealing, while boys have a harder time sitting still for long periods. As boys enter puberty, they become taller, bigger, more muscular, and stronger. Although stereotypes can feel like a limitation to men and women, you cannot deny biology. In times where physical labor such as managing crops and factory work were imperative to survive, men were better suited for these kinds of jobs outside of the house because they were stronger than women. As years have passed, our occupations aren't necessarily as physical, and we don't need to depend on physical labor to survive, yet these stereotypes seem to have stuck. As mentioned before, biological means have not changed. With that being said, boys tend to be more physically aggressive than girls. Girls handle aggression in more passive ways, such as spreading rumors.
Regina says everyone hates you because you're such a slut.
And snubbing peers. With boys feeling the need to be the tough guy, and girls more sensitive and attuned to their feelings, these stereotypes have made their way into the workforce and have stuck. Boys typically aspire to have jobs that fit the science, technology, engineering, and math category, while girls rather work with people and jobs that allow them to raise a family.
Avon calling to show you gifts for all the family.
In more recent years, women have been closing the gap in STEM occupational positions, especially in health sciences. The media tends to continue to place stereotypical gender roles in their outlets. In movies and video games, boys are portrayed as aggressive leaders and successful problem solvers, whereas girls are more obedient followers with reserved demeanors.
Do people assume all your problems got solved because a big, strong man showed up?
Yes, what is up with that?
She is a princess.
This feeds into gender schemas and how we look at ourselves based on our genders. As girls enter adolescence, they absorb an unrealistic standard of beauty expectations and often find flaws in themselves when comparing their looks. This can be damaging to their self-image and can even lead to eating disorders.
I would say my favorite part of my body is my small waist.
Adolescent boys fall victim to comparison and go out of their way to meet self-constructed standards of male behavior by putting on a tough guy act and even bragging about their sexual conquests.
They don't respect a man with no hose.
Basically, toxic masculinity. Advertisements for toys are using targeting tactics such as specific colors to attract and categorize themselves as either boy or girl toys. Disney has admitted that they mark their toys with red, black, brown, and gray for boy toys, and pastels like pink and purple for girl toys. Recently, toy companies like Mattel have tried to be more inclusive with their branding and representation to include children who are exploring their gender identity, sexuality, and likes not based on their gender stereotypes.
So fierce.
Gender stereotypes are just stereotypes, and nothing more. Boys and girls are not defined by their gender. Their interests should be what drives them to play the way they do, express themselves the way they are, and be what they want, not based on what society thinks they should be.
Ready, stop.
Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
I'm not stopping.
I'm not stopping.
I'm not stopping.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.